You know, the door that was slightly opened in the when we first got in here, and we were able to see that figure. Oh, yep, there's Zelda. You come so far, Kirby. I'm glad you made it. But I'm dead. No, not really. I imagine Impa filled you in on everything. You traveled very far from home, to the distant past. In this era, the wounds inflicted on the land during the battle between the goddess and the Demon King, known as Demise, have not yet healed. All the fairy tales about war we heard growing up in Skyloft, incredible as it may seem, they appear to all be too real. I think it's time you learned the whole story. Let me try to explain. Oh great, here we go, just dialogue section. The old gods created a supreme power that gave anyone who possessed it the ability to shape reality and fulfill any desire. They called it the Triforce. In his thirst to make the world his own, Demise readied a massive army of monsters for war. He sought to take the Triforce for himself by force. Ho ho! Taking the Triforce by force! What a strange man! The goddess feared for her people. She used her power to send both them and the Triforce into the sky on a slice of earth she cut away from the land. This floating rock became the new home for our people. In time, it became to be known as Skyloft. After a long and fierce battle, the goddess Hylia succeeded in sealing away Demise. However, soon after the Demon King was imprisoned, it became clear that the seal would not hold long against his fearsome power. Hylia had suffered grave injuries in her battle with the Demon King. She knew that if he broke free, She knew that if he broke free again, there would be no stopping him. Right. And if the Demon King were to free himself, it would mean the end of the world for all beings of this land. In order to put an end to this Demon King, Hylia devised two separate plans and set them both into motion. Wow, she's a pretty good tactician. He's just like, duh, what? Link has no idea what's going on. He has no clue. First, she created Fee. Well, there is your first mistake! She made the spirit that resides in your sword to serve a single purpose, to assist her chosen hero on this mission. Yeah, that was her first mistake. That's why the world screwed up. Her second plan was to abandon her divine form and transfer her soul into the body of a mortal. Would that be you by any chance? Zelda? She made this sacrifice, as you have likely guessed, so that the supreme power created by the old gods could one day be used. For while the supreme power of the Triforce was created by gods, all of its power can never be wielded by one. Knowing this power was her last and only hope, the goddess gave up her divine powers and her immortal form. You probably figured it out by now, haven't you, Kirby? You are the chosen hero. And I, Zelda, you're the goddess, aren't you? I am the goddess reborn as a mortal. I guessed it. But if this is taking place in the past, then wouldn't she know in the future? I don't get this. The day of the ceremony, Garahim's tornado tossed me out of the sky and down to the world below. I was nearly captured by the demonic forces, but I was rescued by the last moment by the old woman who lives in the sealed grounds. I had no memory at all of my existence as Hylia, but she explained it to me. She helped me to remember who I was and what I had to do. Hey wait, was Impa that old woman in the sealed grounds? Maybe, probably so. I set out to pray at the goddess's statues located in each temple across the land. But of course praying doesn't do anything, so that was pretty much a waste of time. Each statue stirred up a memory within me. After I visited them all, Impa, an agent of the goddess, led me here to the past. All of this is part of the same great effort to prevent the revival of Demise. Kind of a generic villain name if you ask me. Stripped of his true physical form by the seal that binds him, he takes the shape of an abomination, a laughable, funny abomination. But even in his hideous state, he's more than capable of devouring this land if we allow him to do whatever he desires. Oh, my bad. We must stop him from freeing himself from the seal that imprisons him, at any cost. That is why I intend to remain here in this time and place, to sustain the seal as best as I can. As long as I continue this vigil, we may be able to prevent the Demon King from fully reviving himself in our own time. I must maintain the seal that that I, created so long ago and keep it strong for as long as I am able. With the memories of my former life returning to me, I can see now that this is my purpose. Link has no idea what's going on. He's like, what? Kirby, the gods created Fi and the Great Blade sees a part of for very specific reasons. For the task of standing against Demise in the monstrous form he now assumes rests solely on your shoulders. Oh, great. Back in our own time, you've already driven him back into this prison twice now. I can't thank you enough for that, Kirby. Yeah, it was pretty easy. During your long journey, you've grown so much. You learned wisdom from solving devious puzzles and traps. You gained power by honing and tempering both yourself and your sword. And by overcoming the trials set before you by the goddess, you found true courage and patience. Patience to be a part of the Triforce, not courage. Now that those qualities reside in you, you are worthy of wielding the power the old gods left behind for our kind. You can claim the Triforce. So, are we creating the Triforce or something? Possibly. We've already created the Master Sword. Valiant hero, you have endured many hardships and journeyed far in your quest to reach this place. Along your travels, you have found wisdom, power, and courage, and for this I shall bless your sword with the goddess's power. May it give you and your sword the strength to drive back the abomination that threatens this land. Oh, it's complete now. The mark you see upon the back of your hand is proof that you are the hero of legend, and that within you dwells sacred power. It is the mark of the Triforce. Send now, Kirby. Draw your sword. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. The goddess has blessed your blade. The Master Sword has at last achieved its ultimate form. So that's why the little wings weren't out all the way, because it hasn't been yet completed, but now it has. It's now the Master Sword. The sword is now imbued with the mythical power to drive back demons, and only Kirby may wield it. Yes! Kirby, before I say another word, I feel like I owe you an apology. Well, yeah. You see, the mark of the Triforce on your hand is a symbol of the greatest power in this world. No, I want an apology for trying to find you for those 3 temples, but you just leaving at the last second. If you can obtain the actual Triforce, you will have the power to vanquish Demise once and for all. The problem is, among the countless souls in this world, only a select few, those with an unbreakable spirit, can wield its might. It's impossible to know the true reason why the old gods created the Triforce, but I have a theory of my own. They wanted to make a series of games that would sell for millions and millions of dollars for times to come. The gods created the Triforce, yet they specifically designed it so that their own kind could never use its power. How did they test it out? Somehow I think that may have been their way of giving hope to all the mortals beings of the land. Which brings us back to you. To face Demise and give the land hope, the goddess Hylia needed someone with an unbreakable spirit. That someone is you, Kirby. But spirit alone wasn't enough. You had to overcome many trials and awaken the hero within yourself so that you could wield that supreme power. Okay. And so Hylia, and so I knew that if it meant saving Zelda, you would throw yourself headfirst into any danger, without even a moment's doubt. I used you. Great! The gods used us. I feel so used. Yeah, I don't care. Oh well, it's fun doing it, I guess. I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am for pulling you into all this, Kirby. But you have to understand, this is a war, and the fate of the land hangs in the balance. I need your strength to tip the scales in our favor. All that may be well intended and true, but it doesn't mean it's right, and it doesn't excuse my actions. But I'm prepared to pay the price for what I've done. To ensure that the seal holds, I will remain here in this time, deep in sleep for thousands of years. No, don't. Kirby, I can't say it enough. I'm so sorry for the way I had to involve you in this. But until my memory of things before our lifetime returned to me, I had no idea we were fated to carry such a heavy destiny. Before all this, I was happy just spending my days hanging around with you in Skyloft. I wanted that feeling to last forever. Link's like, F that! I'm taking you back with me. Is he gonna turn that into like a solid cocoon thing? Yep, there we go. While it's true that I'm highly reborn, I'm still my father's daughter and your friend. I'm still your Zelda. When Demise is finally gone, there will be no more need for the seal that binds him, and then I'll be able to wake up. So I'm going to ask you a favor, Sleepyhead. Ever since we were kids, I'd always be the one to wake you up when you slept in. But this time, when all this is over, will you come to wake me up? I promise I will. And there she goes in that cocoon thing that we saw in the beginning of the game. Wow, Link has some big eyes there. That's creating a pretty big time paradox, but I'm not sure what that is yet. Yep, there's that cocoon thing, that like ember cocoon thing that we saw through the crack in the door. Yep. Sup, Impa? Oh crap, I forgot to tell her what's up! Can I go back in there? Oh, I totally forgot to tell her what's up! Totally forgot to tell her. Groose is gonna be so mad at me now. Zelda, wait! I forgot to say what's up from Groose. No! Oh well. He can live with it. Now what? I see you said goodbye. Now you must keep the promise you made to her. You must find the Triforce. Oh great, I gotta find it now. Return to your time. There is work to be done there. Do not fear for Zelda. I will watch over her here. God dang. Go now and fulfill your destiny. So I'm guessing you're the old woman that... Yeah, you're the old woman who stays in here and stuff. Yeah. But how do you get so shorter? How do people get so short when they're older? Hey, look. The light is like shining on it when you're like away from it. That's cool. Okay, well, no reason to stay in here. I guess I can open it up now and take a sip of Monster. I'm saying its name so that they will sponsor me. Hint, hint. No, I'm just kidding. So you've returned. Yeah, I've returned, Impa. Then you know everything. On the other side of the gate, Zelda waits, suspended in a sleep without end. But do not despair, for she is still alive and well. I hope. True to legend, the Triforce is the one thing with the power to vanquish Demise. It is thought to have been hidden within Skyloft by the goddess. Sadly, that is all we know where it rests. All other clues to its whereabouts have been lost to ages. Kirby, you have likely come to the same conclusion, but I will spell it out just for you idiots out there in the audience. The key to finding the Triforce must be in Skyloft. Go now, Kirby. Find a Triforce. Whoa, whoa, hold up there. Kirby, there's something I gotta tell you. What is it, Groose? What's up? So, Zelda, how's she holding up? Was she okay when you saw her? Yeah, she's great! She was? Oh, good to hear. Did you tell her what's up for me? Yeah, I totally did. She's disgusted by it. But she's still stuck there. Till this whole mess blows over, huh? Kirby, I made up my mind. I'm not going back. I'm staying right here with Granny. Wow. Old people fetish. Aw, look, don't look so bummed out. Do I look sad? Nah, I'm doing what I want to do. I don't know how to explain it. I got this feeling in my belly that there's work to do here. Someone's gotta watch that big ugly monster, and someone's gonna make sure Granny's doing alright. I ain't as action-packed as what you're doing, but maybe this is my destiny. Know what I mean? Maybe. Besides, it's not so bad here. Living up in the sky was okay, I guess. But don't you just love the way it smells down here? What? That's not weird to say. I like old people smell. What are you talking about? Check it out. Ew, I don't want to check out your butt. Get out of my face! Zelda and Granny have brought life back to this land here. I bet even the weakest sapling could grow into one piece of a tree in soil like this. It brightened this place up a little bit too. I mean, sure, it'd take a few years for it to grow, but as far as I'm concerned, I got nothing but time. It's weird to say out loud, but that's just how I feel right now. So, yeah, you know, when you get back to Skyloft, do me a favor and let people know I'm doing okay down here. Colvin and Stritz might get a little emotional since they look up to me, but you tell them I'm happy, okay? Thanks, Kirby. Huh. What a very cool thing for you to do, Groose. Although, being into old people, it's kind of a little bit weird. I won't judge you. Nope. You do whatever you want there, buddy. You do whatever you want. So what now? The clues to find a Triforce are in Skyloft. Go forth and find a Triforce. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know.